And with that, we welcome you inside the Stan Sheriff Center. Let's take a quick look at the Kaiser Permanente keys to the match. C-Man.
For UCLA, it's beware of angry bears. The Bruins opened the season with 7-0 and 3 top 10 wins over UCI, Penn State, and Ohio State. Pride and anger, I think, may kick in tonight. And for Hawaii, the bench better be ready. Matautia, Cowell, and Rattray, I think you'll get some calls tonight.
Well, Christian Hessenauer getting things started on a positive note for the Bruins. First swing, it's a kill, 1-0. UCLA. Hawaiian Tel FCU starting lineup scrolling at the bottom of your screen. The same starters on either side from a couple of nights ago. Dalton Solbring's first crack at it goes long, and so it's a quick 2-0 lead for the Bruins, coming in 7-1. That was their first loss of the season, their first loss to a top 10 opponent. For Hawaii, it was their first victory over a top 10 opponent this year. The Rainbow Warriors off to a 7-0 start. Best start since 1996. Worsley goes middle to Solbrig, and that goes down for Hawaii's ice-breaking point.
Joe Worsley, unafraid to establish the middle early, then go to the pins, and unafraid to go to the same guy twice. Dalton Solbrig, who just missed on his first swing.
John Spraw, sixth-year head coach for UCLA, had nothing but high praise for Joe Worsley's performance the other night. There's Brett Rosenmeyer with the serve, the pass by Garland Peed. They go D-set to Hessenauer, and he rattles it off the block and out. So the Bruins up 3-1.
So Garland Peed did a pretty good job the other night for a freshman out of Torrey Pines, out of San Diego. Fab 50 guy, first team All-CIF. There he is high-fiving the bench.
With the way these two teams serve, ball control, serve receive, it is at such a premium. Here's the serve by Danon Jima. Back set, Rado Parapunov. The block was not there, but it's dug up over the net by JT Hatch. Here's Rado a second time. This time he makes sure. Rado Parapunov, 15 kills, hit .250 with 3 aces. Also had 7 digs the other night in the 4-set win over the Bruins.
I think he was most proud of that because the players tease him in practice all the time about, hey, Rado, you got to dig a few more balls. When he digs one, they all celebrate.
Forget all of the slams that he authors, it's the digs that get the team going. Here's Hessenauer flying in. Rosenmeyer pops it up, but they're going to say that it hit the antenna, and so that should be a point for Hawaii, no? Unless they're saying it went off of the block and into the antenna. We'll have a conversation here. Dan Hironaka, the top official, Dixon Chun on the floor, Bert Kasem, Dean Tamura, the 2 line judges, and this is a fairly lengthy conversation, but it ends in a point for Hawaii. Let's take a look.
Let's see this hits. I don't think it hit any antenna.
John Spraw, a little puzzled, certainly, at the final ruling. It is 3-3, and Dalton Solbrig to bring it. Took something off there. They go big set to Hatch, overpass, and Micah Ma'a is able to slam it down. Ma'a went for 37 assists, 4 aces, and 3 blocks the other night. And in the middle of all that, he took a shot off of a ricochet, happened to be a Rado Parapunov slam that hit him in the left eye. It swelled up. You could see it tearing up throughout the rest of the match. He had to play through that. Worsley goes middle, and Pat Gassman hammers it down.
But Worsley is loving his middles tonight. The middles are loving him. Remember, the middles don't get that many sets, but Joe's feeding them like crazy, like they're hungry animals.
John Spraw referring to Worsley as a true setter. What do you think he means by true setter as the terminology?
Yeah, I think he means he has a high volleyball IQ. He knows when to go to which players, how to spread out the offense, how to distribute the sets fairly evenly, how to field the hot hitter. There's all sorts of ways you describe a true center, but truly, Joe is one of those true centers.
Here's Hatch from off the net. Block out a fingertip there. Tui Tuileta with the 2-hand save. Stein von Tilburg first swing. And how about Rado with a couple of ups for Hawaii? Stein tried to place it off the block, but he gets denied.
Tuileta not happy with that bump set he put up there. A little bit too tight for Stein. Jammed him on the net.
Oliver Martin getting in on that block. He had 4 kills and a pair of blocks on Friday. 6 serving 4. Dylan Misri with the serve for the Bruins. Here's the D set to Rado. And he brings the heat. Second kill. 3 swings for Rado Parapunov.
Rado getting a one-on-one situation here. Just the 6'8" Rado against the 6'1" Hatch. Not a fair fight there.
So here's Stijn von Tilburg. Put down 13 kills the other night. Hit a .43, so certainly not up near his standard this season, as Hatch tried to go line but missed wide, and we're tied again at 6. SVT coming in, leading the team with 3.93 kills per set, but hitting .391. He was up near 500 going into that match the other night.
And last night, only 156.
The pass by Pede. Ma goes behind the head middle to Martin, but Oliver Martin misses wide, and Hawaii jumps in front for the first time here in the first frame. Little 3-0 burst for the Bows. 7 serving 6 into the net it goes. That was one of the storylines here, and this could be another storyline as Stijn von Tilburg went down and immediately reached for his lower back. And that is not something that you want to see your top hitter do. As you see the extension on the serve, and
I think he must have landed a little bit awkwardly.
A little stinger, perhaps. As Rado Pamplona takes care of business. Stijn seems to still be dealing with some of that discomfort. He's reaching for that lower back each and every given moment. Gives a nod to the bench, so he will continue to work out there. It's 8 serving 7, and Pat Gassman with the serve. It's an ace. I don't know how that came out of the palm, but whatever, it worked.
It looked like he might have missed it, but if you asked him, he'd say, "Oh, that's exactly where I wanted to put it." 6'10" Gassman, effective server for the Bows. Maybe another one? No.
Yeah, missed that one.
In the fall, he was. I think he was statted as maybe the most or close to the most effective of all the servers on the team.
So 8 serving 9, and Stijn von Tilburg continues to need at that lower back. Between points, comes up with the pass there. In the middle set off the mark. Worsley and Solberg, a rare instance where they weren't on the same page. But you could see the grimace by von Tilburg on that pass.
Yeah, it was a perfect pass, but I think it hurt doing it.
So Christian Hessenauer now to serve. 6 service aces on the season coming in. Perfect pass there by Rosenmeyer. Here's Solberg and Worsley seeing eye to eye.
That time they're on the same page. The first time Worsley set one set, Solberg went for a different set. That's why they misconnected. This one, thing of beauty right there.
Yeah. Doesn't get much more on target than that. Here's Worsley now with the serve. Good pass there by Misri. Middle set Jimma, and it didn't get above the tape. Danon Jimma, 6'8" sophomore from Ontario, Canada, had 9 kills and 9 block assists. That was actually a career high for him on Friday. And John Sproul wanting an explanation on that last sequence. Let's see if this got above the tape. And it did not. How about Solberg sort of backing off of it at the last moment?
Good call by the up official.
Hessenauer cross court and wide. Hawaii up 3.
You can't hear a knock on fire tonight. He's made every right call.
And that's the kiss of death for sure.
The ultimate bocce. Play-by-play or the color guy predicts something.
Oh, I have. As you see Misri go off the block, I have been one of the perpetrators of that many times.
Actually, your dad taught me how to do that. Misri hitting the Bick out of the back row. Split block. Pretty easy swing there for the young man from Holbrook, New York. 3 handicapper in golf.
Look at the pass there by Tui. Backside set Rosenmeyer against a double block, and he tools it. Hawaii up 3, 13-10. Brett Rosenmeyer, he had 10 kills, hit 143. With a couple of aces versus UCLA the other night. You see what he has done for the season, but has just rounded out his game exceptionally well in the last couple of off seasons. Ma'a high and outside to Misri, down the line and wide. No touch up front. And it's a 14-10 lead here for the Rainbow Warriors.
It started to play off as Rosemeyer's serve forced what they call a two-point pass, maybe even a one-point pass that time, because only one attacker could be set. So Hawaii's block could go up there and just line up and wait for Misri to go for it. They took his cross court. He liked the line, just took a little bit too much line.
Here it comes again from Rosie, tickles the tape. Ma'a pops it up. So P sets up Misri. Triple block was up. Bruins still with it. Misri a second time. Block got a touch, but it goes down. It was a pretty formidable blocking tandem up for Hawaii that time. 6'6" junior Dalton Solbrig and the 6'9" Rado Parapunov. Misri makes it work anyway. He hit .368 the other night. It was one of the bright spots, certainly offensively, for the Bruins.
He really was.
And Jimma delivers an ace. Too hot to handle for Stein Von Tilburg. And UCLA within 2.
Let's watch Van Tilburg carefully through this front row rotation. Let's see if possibly Joe Worsley notices that his back is bothering him and sets anybody else but Stein.
12 serving 14. It's Tui who goes over and roams far enough to make the pass. And a little pitter-patter across the net. Hawaii with it. Backside, Rado! And a net violation against UCLA. Point for the Rainbow Warriors. First to 15 here in set number 1. Rado Parapunov delivering.
Rainbow Warrior Volleyball on Spectrum Sports is sponsored by Strong and Hawaii Honda Dealers.
Welcome back. Well, UCLA the other night, one of the storylines, they had 23 service errors, and a lot of them ill-timed. It hurt their cause in a huge way. Tonight, no service errors, but struggling offensively. They're hitting negative numbers, C-Mac.
Yeah, it's 5 kills, 6 errors, hitting negative .067. Not a good start for the Bruins.
And we have an Austin Matautia sighting here tonight. 6'3" sophomore out of Moanalua High School. Middle set, and that's put down by Oliver Martin. Charlie Wade hinted to the fact that we might see some different moves in the serving specialist department. Austin Matautia, Colton Cowell could be a guy that we see throughout this match.
Anastasiadis, let's see, Rattray. There's a lot of guys got chances last night. Matautia was the one serving specialist that did not get a chance.
Here's Rado. This time was off the net, and he sends it long. It was there for him. The block, not really.
The split, ill-formed, yeah.
Not really in a position to give him too much resistance, but he wasn't able to take advantage. So 14 serving 15, and the dangerous Michael Ma'a. 14 aces, second on the team coming into tonight behind the line. That one 65 miles an hour, an overpass that is gobbled up by Oliver Martin, and we're tied at 15.
Michael Ma'a, what a serve. His freshman year, he had 58 service aces.
Well, different body language after a 5-1 Bruin run.
Rainbow Warrior Volleyball on Spectrum Sports is sponsored by Bank of Hawaii and Kaiser Permanente.
Well, this dangerous UCLA team, this is what they believe in, scoring in bunches from the service line, and they're in the midst of a 5-1 run. Michael Ma'a on 15 serving 15. Pass by Tui. Worsley, backside, Rado, down the line and in. Perfect pass by Tui Tuileta.
Pass by Tui. I'll tell you, that was not an easy serve to pass up. Tui did it. Not only passed it up, put it right on the money to Worsley. Worsley barely had to move. And then Worsley delivers a perfect set to Rado.
So one Punahou alum, Tui, getting the better of the other Punahou alum with the serve, Michael Ma'a. And here is Gage Worsley, the younger bro of Joe. Nice looking serve there. Great pass, though. Worsley with the up. Second touch, Tui. Gassman tried to bring the heat, but he missed wide.
Rado's going to stay on the bench right now, and Gage Worsley's going to play in the back row. It'll have two liberos, Tui and Gage Worsley, in at the same time, hoping for a few more digs.
Serve goes long from Misri. First service error of this match for UCLA.
Let's see if Stein chooses the jump float here, because he tweaked his back on a jump serve. Maybe a jump float would be easier on him.
Yeah, it looked like they had the heat pad on him in that last timeout on that lower back. Looked like maybe he took a little bit of ibuprofen. Backside, Hessenauer off the block, played up by Joe. Here's Stein from the back row, puts it down, the fist pump, and looks like the back's feeling all right at the moment.
I think it's a kill as good as an ibuprofen. He's feeling pretty good.
If it's not the Advil, it's the adrenaline after putting that one through the double block. And Hawaii up to 18-16 timeout UCLA.
So there's one of the versatility things about Hawaii. They pull Parapunov off. He's your opposite. But guess what? Stein is in the back row. They move him to the right side. He becomes opposite, which he played all last year, and it was arguably the best one in the country. And he picks up another kill. They don't miss a beat by having that Gage Worsley substitution. And they gain a pretty good digger and a good server.
Series record sponsored by Aston Hotels and Resorts. UCLA the huge advantage in the all-time series, but Hawaii's been winning a bunch of them as of late, including the other night in 4 after going down 1-0. Where did you see that match turn, in your opinion, the other night?
I'll tell you exactly where it turned. When UCLA was up 23-22, I think, 23-21 in the second, they had 2 points to go to win the second set and go into the locker room 2-0. Instead, Hawaii flipped it around, won that second set barely, 25-23, and then the rest was history then. But that was the point at which I think UCLA, if they were to go back and rewind and play that all over again, they might play those 23rd and 24th and 25th points a little bit differently.
It was interesting the other night as well. You know, you have Hawaii who entered this week second in the nation in blocks per set, and yet it was UCLA out-blocking them 13-9 the other night. And so it was a bit of role reversal as to what Hawaii has normally experienced this year.
Yeah, Hawaii usually wins those blocking battles. In fact, I think they were number 2 in the NC2A coming into this match.
Stein took something off that time out of the timeout. Middle set put down by Oliver Martin, who's having himself a nice first frame. Third kill on his 5th attempt.
Parapunov leading the way for Hawaii with 5 kills.
Hawaii hitting .333 here in this first set. UCLA at 100, and Jake Arnitz, 6'7" senior, a perennial All-American. 2-time second team AVCA All-Am to be exact. That one rattled around and returned. Worsley thought they had touched it in extra time, so he decides to put it over on the second touch and get the point for Hawaii. And he's going to try to make sure with Dan Hironaka that something wasn't missed.
Well, Worsley did not dump till late in the match, and it was a critical one in that 4th set. Tonight, choosing to be a little more offensive early.
And here's Colton Cowell, 6'2" sophomore out of King Kekaulike High School on the island of Maui. Arnitz with the pass. He gets the set on the outside. Worsley the touch, the diving save. Cowell. Stein touches it across. Chance here for the Bruins. Ma'a outside. Arnitz off the block. There's Gage Worsley the dig. Joe sets up Stein. He's blocked. It's up by Cowell. Rosenmeyer into the deep corner. Right there is Pede. Back row set. Misri dug up by Gage Worsley. Joe Worsley sets up Rosenmeyer. He's blocked, but Cowell keeps it up. Now Stein through the double block. Rattled around. Can UCLA get it across? No! What a rally! What a point for the Rainbow Warriors!
Oh, man. Talk about lighting up this crowd. The rally of the evening, maybe for 2 evenings. Hawaii's got they have two liberos in the back row now. Look at Gage Worsley and Colton Cowell. Both of them back there digging everything.
The Worsley bros, Colton Cowell. This is what you would say a more diminutive lineup out there for Hawaii, but they were bringing the D. Middle set, it's Gemma up by Stein. Gage Worsley sets up Rosie over the shoulder swing, off the block and out. Push!
defense is Hawaii playing?
Well,
I think Steinbach was tired of Worsley and Cowell digging all the balls, so he picked up his own in that rally.
Well, that was something different, huh?
God, that was amazing. How fun was that to watch?
Well, it's early in the match, but after a sequence like that, we got to give it up. The Fujitsu air conditioning cool play. I mean, it was hustle all over the place. He had Cowell along the back line. Stein with the touch. And this thing would go for a while. Look at Gage Worsley going to work. Look at Cowell. You don't see this too often in the men's game. A long, drawn-out rally like this. Here's Stein. Finally putting a finish and a punctuation mark on that. That was pretty spectacular, and you were just talking about the options and the depth that are at the disposal of Charlie Wade. And look at the rotation that we see out there now.
It's unbelievable. They're doing this without arguably their best digger, Larry Tuioleta. He's on the bench. He can't even get on the court.
5 digs on that one sequence for Hawaii.
I think Charlie's saying, it's okay, Larry, we'll get you back in as soon as we get done serving. But Colton Cowell is making the most of his turn back there for sure.
Well, he got his first career start versus Lincoln Memorial in the Grow the Game Challenge in Nashville, Tennessee a couple of weeks back. Made the most of that too. Hit 529 and 11 kills. And Colton strikes again with the ace. A 2-time MIL Player of the Year at King Kekaulike.
Bruins are seeing some different servers coming at them from different angles, and it's causing some problems in their passing formation, obviously.
Another good serve by Cowell. Ma'a sets up Jimma, dug up by Cowell. Joust at the net. There's Gage Worsley to keep it alive, but nobody had the second touch. Well, that was a fun crew we saw whirling around on Hawaii's side of the net. And Colton Cowell gets a well-deserved applause as he heads to the bench. And a huge hug from Milan.
Milan likes to give out those big hugs, you know.
He hugged me before the match. 18 serving 22. Here is Hessenauer. Oh, Gage, the first touch. Joe has to track it down. Sends up Rosenmeyer, who sends it long. How Joe Worsley got to that and then even put up a pretty legitimate set, I'll never know.
Well, Joe has an extra pair of track shoes that puts on immediately, you know, in case the passes go awry.
And we're going to have to wipe some perspiration up in front of the signage board across the way.
Smart move for Joe, by Joe, to call for a floor wipe there. There's been some long rallies.
Sure.
He's chasing down some passes. He's a little bit out of breath and gives a chance for his team to get a little settled because Hessenauer is one good server. They've got to be ready for him. This set is far from over.
UCLA trying to withstand some of the emotion, got the crowd going. Those last few points, Hessenauer with the serve, it goes long. So only 2 service errors for UCLA, but rally killers in those instances.
Exactly, especially that one there. I think Hessenauer would have been wise to make sure that one got in. It's Hawaii a little bit on their heels.
Gage Worsley getting a good ovation as well. Older bro Joe with the serve. 23 serving 19. Float serve gets him out of system. Arnitz against a triple block. Tui from his knees with the 2-hand save. Worsley back row. And Stein gets denied by Jimma with authority.
That was a great pick and an even better block by Jimma. He also goes by his rap name, Kofi. That was straight down.
He produces hip-hop music on the side, and it's not just a hobby. He actually does it as a bit of a business venture from what we understand. Has produced several non-mainstream Canadian artists, and we joked the other night, we got to introduce him to Brock Steptoe, who actually is a hip-hop performer. Sobry connects, and it's a aloha ball for Hawaii here in set 1.
How about that gutsy set from the 10-foot line by Joe Worsley? Solberg so ready for it.
Well, the other night we saw the student section standing up on Aloha ball for Hawaii at the end of every set. Not seeing it tonight, so we're still working out the kinks there. But Rosenmeyer serving 24-20. From the back row, Hessenauer. And UCLA able to make something out of nothing. Still Aloha ball for Hawaii here in the first. They talked about it after the last match. Hawaii dropped set 1. They were saying tonight, with certainly the response they were expecting from UCLA in the rematch, set 1 is of the utmost importance.
Exactly.
Pass by Tui. Worsley goes middle to Solbrig, sends it long.
Hardaway's got one timeout left. Will he use it here? No, he's going to wait for 23. If the Bruins get to 23, he'll use it then for sure.
Second hitting error for Solbrig. Jimma about to get into it again. Had a service ace earlier in this set. The high toss. Perfect pass, Tui. Outside, it goes to Stein. Finishes the deal. Hawaii takes set 1, 25-22. And so in the Hana-Ho, the Rainbow Warriors continue their winning waves. Tonight's Jack Back, check it out, turning the tide. Hawaii head coach Charlie Wade, in his 9th season at the helm, now has a winning record against UCLA thanks to that victory the other night. Started 1-7 when Al Skates, the longtime Bruins head coach, was still manning the bench, but has gone 10-3 versus UCLA since John Sprague took over, and that is no easy task. And you're talking about a program in the Bruins under John Sprague that almost perennially gets the #1 recruiting class.
Yeah, you look through their media guide, you look up their bios like we do, the week before the match. There's like one Fab 50 guy after another. Fab 50 being among the top 50 players in the nation as a senior. It's a very elite group. That club is very elite, and if you get, you pick up 1 or 2 of those, you're doing pretty good. But the Bruins seem to get like 4 or 5 of them all the time.
And you pointed out something interesting. When you look at those numbers against Al Skates, this is through the first 3 seasons of Charlie's tenure, and so he didn't really get a chance to get the footing in terms of his recruiting on track in those first few years. So I think you're seeing some of that development and transition.
Exactly.
One of the guys that Charlie was able to find, as he has a knack to do internationally, is the Bulgarian hammer, Rado Parapunov.
Rado, 5 kills, 1 error only. 7 tries, hitting .571. That's something he's really working on, is his hitting percentage. He'll get spectacular kills, but sometimes combine that with too many errors. And last night he said he felt like he had too many errors. He had 7 of Hawaii's 24 errors last night. And then Tilburg had 8 errors, and Rosenmeyer had 7. So all 3 of those guys really want to cut down on those errors from Friday night.
Hawaii hitting .258 in the opening stanza versus 143 for UCLA. And here is Rado off the block, rattled around. It's going to be returned free ball style here for Hawaii. Worsley, D-set, Rado demolishes it. Maybe the Bulgarian bomber sounds better.
I like that. I was going to say that, but
a little more alliteration.
Steal your thunder. I like the alliteration.
Oh, go ahead.
The Bulgarian bomber.
That's his 6th kill, and it's 1-0 Hawaii here in set 2. Worsley to serve. It goes long. It was Garland Peed who had to go dodgeball style to evade the path of that serve. And he's able to do so.
I think it's high fives all around for playing good dodgeball. You got a point for the team there.
Jimmo, the high toss. Pass by Tui. He's been nailed so far tonight. Rado, high hands. Kept alive by Hessenauer. Misri will get a swing. The dink over the triple block, sniffed out by Worsley. So Tui, 2-hand sets. Rosie tried to go high hands off the block, but he missed.
Jimmo on Friday night, no aces, but he had 4 errors to go along with those no aces. Tonight, he's got an ace already in the books and no errors.
Rosenmeyer with the pass there. Gets the set backside, and he is smothered. It was Misri next to Oliver Martin. And they were all over that Rosenmeyer attempt. So 3 serving 1. Positive start here for the Bruins as they try to respond after losing set 1, 25-22. To the net it goes. Just the 3rd serving error for UCLA here in this match. Coming into this week ranked 2nd in the latest AVCA poll. They opened the year ranked 4th. Hawaii tied for 3rd, but really an opportunity to move up just a tad. You have Long Beach State still unbeaten. They're in the #1 spot. A Big West foe to be reckoned with later in the year. Rosenmeyer, that was a serve to be reckoned with as he deals an ace out of the deck.
Watch out for UC Irvine as well. Irvine took 2 matches this weekend off vaunted #5, BYU.
Yeah. Irvine was #6 going into this week.
Irvine will be here February 23rd and 25th.
Here's Hessenauer. And he's able to work it through the block. Didn't get all of it, but got enough of it. Yeah, Long Beach State, meanwhile, getting sweep victories over Stanford and USC this week. So yeah, you go Long Beach, Hawaii, Irvine. That is looking like the power core of the Big West Conference in its inaugural season. High and away, the set goes to Stein. Popped up by Ma'a. Cross-court bump set goes to Misri. Two-handed in the air by Tui, but we got a net violation against the Rainbows.
Parapunov got in the net that time.
It'll take a few moments to wipe more perspiration off of the Terraflex. But what Charlie Wade has done with this program is 6 postseason appearances in 8 years, including an NCAA tournament appearance in the last several years. 2 20-win seasons in the last 3 years, 6 winning seasons overall. I mean, he has really set the foundation in elevating this program to that next level.
And one of his biggest achievements was winning the AVCA Academic Award. We're very proud of it. 19 schools got recognized for that. Hawaii was one of them. He averaged a 3.3 GPA. So if you got a B average, you're pulling the GPA down for the team.
By the way, Hawaii is also still riding that 26-match home win streak dating back to 2006, which they were able to continue the other night. Good up there by Worsley. Gassman touches it across. Diving save Ma'a. So Pede to Misri. High hands and down. Misri starting to get his groove going. He's got 4 kills. One of the many players on the floor tonight playing for the U.S. junior national team at the U21 Worlds in the Czech Republic last summer.
6 players to be exact. Misri one of them. Micah Ma'a another. And for another country, Kofi Jima.
That's right.
Played for Canada.
I'm taking a few more swipes at the floor. Talking about the floor wipers here. I guess Hawaii a little extra sweaty here this Sunday evening. 6 serving 4 here in set 2. Worsley goes to Stein on the outside and access denied. It was Hessenauer at 6'5" next to Oliver Martin at 6'10".
So there's a change of strategy we just saw. Dylan Misri is number 17 in the NCAA in aces per set. He chose the jump float there. Now he's going to his jumper.
Perfect pass, Tui. Worsley backside Rado. And that is a guy who has the capability each swing to end a service run. That's exactly what he does there. Rado now with 7 kills on 11 swings, hitting .545.
And he is very aware of what his numbers are. He wants to get for a higher percentage tonight.
An honorable mention, preseason All-American this year. Ma'a goes behind the head, middle set to Oliver Martin. And that's kill number 4 for Martin. Michael Ma'a, one of the guys who was certainly very vocal with his team about wanting to see them play better here in the rematch against Hawaii. That is pounded to the floor by Pat Gassman. You know, for Michael Ma'a, this is potentially the final time he will play in Hawaii. Quite possible.
Yeah, if Hawaii doesn't invite them, get them on their schedule next year.
I mean, that's at least a possibility, and so
it's a possibility. But I think Hawaii will find a way to get UCLA on their schedule next year. There's such a great draw, a great way to play a great team from another conference, the MPSF conference.
Back row, it's Misri, dug up by Tui over the net. Hessenauer slices the overpass down. And so UCLA has maintained this distance for a good deal here in the early going of set 2.
But you know what? I think Micah Ma'a plays every match here as if it's the last match he's going to play. He plays so hard with such passion, such a great energy. He makes everybody around him better.
Hessenauer, the jump serve, tickles the tape. Stein, the first touch. It's Rado on the backside. And that has some smoke tailing off of it. He's got 8 kills.
Well, let's see. He's from Sofia, Bulgaria. We could call him the Sofia Smasher.
Yeah, slammer, whatever you want to do.
We've got a lot of things we can do here.
Here's JT Hatch tooling the block. Hatch hit .062 the other night. He is an undersized outside hitter by the current college standard, but he's a guy who you can also slide in there at the libero position, so one of those well-rounded volleyball players.
Hatch normally hits almost 300 on the year, so surprising for him to hit low.
Worsley goes cross-court backside to Rado, two-handed in the air by Hessenauer, nicely done. He'll get the bump set, he's blocked, and loose! Rosenmeyer and Solberg saying, ahole.
Solid block. Easy for the block to line up. See how they take their time, swing block up, get way over the net, press over. Love that net cam.
Well, net cam got a good view of that one. The serve that goes into the net by Joe Worsley. So 11 serving 8, and Dane and Jim are back around the horn and behind the line to serve. Pass by Tui. Worsley goes middle. His swipe by Gassman is dug up. By Solberg, I should say, is dug up. Tui playing it off the block. Worsley. Backside to Rosenmeyer. Hessenauer the save. Ma'a goes back row set to Hatch. And he fires that one across. And UCLA up 4, C-Man.
Probably JT's best shot, that back row quick, the big, as Coach Sprawl likes to call it, and JT is starting to light it up. Bruins gaining some momentum in the race to 15. Charlie Wade electing not to call a timeout yet.
Jimma taking his time, now the high toss. He's been much more on target with his serves tonight. Stein on target with that strike into the deep corner. He was flatlining it prior to that put down. He's got 4 kills now on 11 swings.
Stein hit it out of the back row. It's called the 40 set. He's hitting in between the A set on the wide left, the back row, and the pipe set.
Rosenmeyer. Good pass there by Misri. D set, Hessenauer, high hand, saved by Rosie. Worsley surveys the floor, now goes outside to Stein. That's popped up by Peed. Here's Misri. Tui right there to save it. Worsley, back row set to Rosenmeyer. He ups it with one hand, bump set outside to Von Tilburg. Off the block and down.
Tui Lenta with this dig. He just anticipates so well. There's the bump set he gave. It was also brilliant. But before that, he had a dig that he anticipated that the outside hitter for UCLA was gonna tip it. And he was right there waiting.
So 10 serving 12. Rosenmeyer. Ma'a outside the Misri, blocked in room. Solberg next to Rado. And a 3-0 run here for the Rainbow Warriors.
No wonder Charlie Wade didn't call timeout when they were down 12-8. He knew they had 3 points on their own without his advice. Leading Diggs again tonight, 17-14.
Good serve by Rosenmeyer. Pass tight to the net. One-hand D-set to Hessenauer by Ma'a. That was brilliant.
The magic of the centers continues. Worsley and Ma'a putting on a show once again.
Hessenauer obliging. He's got 6 kills, hitting 250. That was a pretty spectacular set right there.
Great set.
With the serve, Stein shanks it, and it's an ace. And UCLA gets to 14.
Let's see if Tuiletes squeezes Stein more to the left side of the court. So he has to pass less area and he worried just more about hitting.
And that one goes long. 5th service error for UCLA. That matches the number 4 Hawaii. And Austin Matautia now into the match to serve for the Rainbow Warriors. Started 12 matches last year, averaged over 2 kills per set, with 13 aces. Charlie Wade telling us before the match, though, he says, I want Austin to bring it. And that time tried to hit to a certain spot, deep corner, and misses wide. So UCLA first to 15 here in set 2. Welcome back. Let's check out the First Hawaiian Bank top 3 NCAA win-loss record. The list of unbeatens shrinking a little bit more with UCLA going down to Hawaii the other night, but Long Beach stayed there 9-0. The Rainbow Warriors tied with Fort Wayne, the Mastodons, at 7-0. UCLA, though, here in the second set, C-Mac, they've been able to turn the tide in terms of hitting percentages, hitting 375 here in the second compared to 167 for Hawaii.
Yeah, they've ramped it up a notch, and they certainly don't want to go into the locker room 0-2.
Yeah.
They need to go in the locker room 1-1 as Hawaii did last night. Hawaii barely got in the locker room 1-1 last night.
Misri, another ace. And UCLA up 4, and the body language also differing substantially from set 1 to set 2 on both sides. We got Charlie Wade quickly signaling another timeout, so he's going to try to crack the code here in the huddle at set 2.
Big Island Candies, the perfect place to find the perfect gift. Visit them at their flagship store in Hilo, at Ala Moana Center, or BigIslandCandies.com to see their amazing selection.
Welcome back out of the timeout. UCLA up 4. Hawaii trying to apply a tourniquet here. Rado gets turned back. He'll set cross court to Stein. And how about the assist to Patabuno?
I guess Stein's back is fully recovered. What do you think?
It seems like it's holding up all right.
A great set by Rado. Way across court. That's 30 feet across court. Stein delivering. Block lined up on him. He just knew to go inside. A little wrist away. Hitting almost 400 in the air. That's a huge number.
Not bad hands from your 6'9" opposite. Here's Hatch on the outside. Off the block and down. Well, UCLA's ball control here in set 2 has been really solid.
Yeah, they're playing much better tonight all around, especially in the digging department as well. They're staying with Hawaii as far as digs are concerned.
Yeah, there's a bit of a crispness to their play that wasn't necessarily consistently there throughout the match the other night. That was a headsy play by Joe Worsley.
Where did Worsley get that one? This is not even a dump shot. This is a side set gone awry to the other side of the net.
He saw the triple block across the net and then just put it where the Bruins weren't.
That's his volleyball IQ in play.
14 serving 17. Stein the serve. Ma'a goes high and away. It's Hatch blocked. Hessenauer the swing. Dug up by Worsley. So 2 goes cross court to Stein. Got the touch. Point Hawaii. 15 serving 17. Tilburg to serve. Good serve, pass by Hatch. Back row set, and it is beat down by Misri.
Misri and Hatch are two of the better big hitters in the country. They just get up so fast, quick arm swings, and they're facing a negligible block.
So here's Hessenauer. Now a senior from Laguna Beach. Stein dug up by Hessenauer. And he's going to get the set from behind the line. That's dug up by Stein. Can Tui get there? No. So another kill for Hessenauer. He's got 7. And this is a guy whose story is pretty amazing when you think about the arc that he has taken through his Bruins career. Just 10 starts in the previous 2 seasons, not ever a huge numbers contributor to the Bruins. And here he is coming into this week as their top hitter. He is making plays both offensively and defensively. He is second on the team in blocks. I mean, he is having himself a senior campaign.
How about the performance he had against the defending national champions, Ohio State? 19 kills, 13 digs.
I throw 4 blocks on top of that as well. He didn't play his senior year at Dana Hills High School. He was rehabbing an injury. He took advantage of that time off to sort of build some physical strength and get himself a little bit more prepared for the college game. But, you know, you talk about late bloomers, and this is certainly a guy who would be categorized as maybe just that.
Exactly. He also got a great set from Micah Ma'a that time, right in Hessenauer's wheelhouse.
There's a special UH Club for Keiki. Stop by Papa John's Pizza to join the UH Kids Club. Purchase a large pizza and children receive an official club t-shirt and a host of other benefits. Join the UH Kids Club today. Let's send it over to Ryan.
Thanks, Gunnar. Well, during the past few timeout, head coach Charlie Wade primarily talking to his passers really about their positioning in the backcourt, talking to them about their footwork. He doesn't think they're doing a good job of getting their feet in front of the ball. Obviously, passing, breaking down for Hawaii right now. So head coach Charlie Wade taking the time to address and hopefully repair some of the passing that's been giving Hawaii some problems. Back over to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Ryan. UCLA hitting 429 here in set 2. A lot of that has been some of the contributions of that guy, Christian Hessenauer. Getting ready to serve. 19 serving 15. Into the net it goes.
Hessenauer, 1 ace, 2 errors on Friday night. Tonight, that's his second service error.
And now Colton Cowell back in behind the line to serve. He provided quite the spark for the Rainbows in set 1. And they could use some of that electricity here right now, down 3. Ma'a goes high and away to Hatch. Sends it long. Was there a touch? No touch. Point for the Rainbow Warriors.
Pretty much the only shot that Hatch had was to go high hands and hope to catch a finger or 2.
So 17 serving 19, and here is Cowell. Born in Manhattan Beach, Dad Cody is from there, Mom Christina from Kula Maui. Back row set, and Misri ends whatever possible run Hawaii was thinking about.
There's the back row quick again. UCLA runs it about as well as anyone in the country. I think Irvine probably runs it pretty well. There's the late block. That's what happens on the big. You end up committing on the middle attacker, and as you're coming down, the back row quick guy is attacking. You can't get back up fast enough.
JT Hatch, that was a bomb serve. Outside it's Rosenmeyer, and that gets blocked and roofed. It was Jimmo with the left hand, able to provide the resistance necessary to turn it back on Rosie.
Rosie still struggling right now, hitting negative so far as Rosie. 2 kills, 4 errors, negative 200.
Handles the first touch there. Worsley's going to go backside set. Stein hit the pin. And it's a point for UCLA, and they have now created some distance here as they close in on set 2. Largest lead of this second frame for the Bruins.
Charlie Wade out of timeouts. John Spraw has 2.
Hatch taking something off. Gage Worsley with the pass. Middle set pounded home by Dalton Solberg. But Hawaii's going to need more of that in punches here to get back into this second set. Rado back in. Joe Worsley to serve. Parents Roger and Christine in the house this weekend. And he serves it long. There they are. It was Christine's birthday the other night. You see the reaction.
She didn't like that serve out though, did she? Can you tell?
Well, it's a volleyball family over there in the Worsley household. High and away, set goes to Rado off the block. And 9 kills for Rado. He leads everybody. 19-23. Hawaii trailing by 4.
What Rado would like even more about his numbers, only 1 hitting error in 15 swings.
Hawaii could use a run right now. Pass by Hatch. Outside, Misri. High hands, saved by Worsley. So Tui jump sets Rado. Did he get a touch? Yes, he did. The line judge called the touch. Dan Hironaka said there wasn't. He decides to defer to the line judge. Hawaii gets the point.
Yeah, definitely a touch there. I think Mike might have got a piece of it.
And so John Spraw will signal for a timeout. You talk about volleyball achievements, right? Hardware. There are not too many who can lay out the resume of John Spraw.
3 NCAA championships with Irvine, 3 NCAA championships as an assistant to Al Skates at UCLA, 2 NCAA championships as a player. Come on, Spraw. There's enough room in the room.
Share the wealth.
Come on, share with somebody else. 1 Olympic bronze. 2006 ABCA Coach of the Year. And he was voted to the Southern California Indoor Hall of Fame in 2018. I mean, new inductee this year.
You know, we said it the other night. He is a very process-oriented coach, and I thought it was interesting some of the sound bites that came out of the post-game interviews the other night, where he credited Hawaii with the way they played. He says it was more than just them playing volleyball. They played very well, but they thought the game very well. What does he mean by that?
I'm pretty sure he was referring to people like Worsley, who made so many good decisions in setting choices and his set location as well. That made a big difference in how Hawaii scored key points at key moments. That's when the IQ really kicks in, is when people make great decisions at key moments.
There's longtime Rainbow Wahine head coach Dave Shoji in the house. One of the numbers retired overhead, number 42. There's his wife Mary sitting in front of him. Number 42 hanging from the rafters to celebrate his 42 seasons on the Rainbow Wahine bench. With his sons playing internationally, the Shoji parents, they watch a lot of volleyball. Because when they're not watching their sons, they're here watching Hawaii women or men.
Exactly. They get up early, like 5 in the morning, watch games from Russia or Italy, or wherever the boys are. Come over to this arena at night and watch them.
Yeah.
So it's basically a volleyball day for the Shojis.
And a little golf in between for Dave.
Yeah.
Aloha ball here for the Bruins in set 2. Rado blocked back. What a save by Joe Worsley. Joust at the net. Pinballed around. Misri tries to shove it through the block, and he goes off the block and into the antenna. An incredible play by Dylan Misri to put a close to set number 2. So UCLA flips the script, and they bounce back from a set 1 defeat to take it 25-20. And once again, Chris, we got ourselves a match at the SSC. Well, it was the tale of 2 sets through the first portion of this match as we take a look at the match statistics through 2. C-Mac.
Yeah, it really is pretty even all the way around. Hawaii with more kills, obviously. More errors as well. So you see the 2 kill percentages, relatively even. The Bruins, as Ryan Suji and Nick Costello were talking about, better at the net by far, 5 blocks to 2. Digs, Bruins sticking in there, 16 digs to Hawaii's 19. And then you see the service aces to errors, much better for the Bruins. The other night they had way more errors than they had service aces. Tonight, you can tell the strategy is a little bit different from Coach Spra.
And the strategy a little bit different for Charlie Wade here in the third. He's shaking things up. Austin Matautia and Colton Cowell out there to start this upcoming third set.
I'll tell you why. If you just look at the numbers from the first 2 sets, Brett Rosemeyer 2 kills, 4 errors, hitting -200. Stein Van Tilburg 7 kills, 4 errors, hitting 176. Well, not even near his normal almost 400 average. So Charlie Wade, I guess, senses that they maybe need a set off to gather their wits about them.
And the concern about Stein's back, right? He seemed to do something to create some discomfort in his lower back on a serve in the opening set as Michael Ma'a dumps it down to get UCLA going in the third, and he was getting a knee pad put on it during the timeouts. He took some ibuprofen, it appeared. And what's tough is if you're still moving and you're still out there playing, you might be able to get through it. But once the intermission comes, then you're sitting still for a little while, and it can tighten up in a hurry. Worsley, D set to Rado, double block up. He's stuffed. Misri right next to Oliver Martin. They were waiting for him.
How about Matautia handling that last serve with his hands? And nobody there to cover Rado.
So 2 serving 0. Payne and Jimma. And ready to employ the jump serve. It goes long. So a very different looking Rainbow Warrior dynamic.
Exactly.
With Colton Cowell and Austin Matautia who's ready to serve.
2 new outside hitters, Kanoa, and they've rotated 3 spots to give UCLA a little bit different look up front as far as the matchups are concerned.
Jump serve by Matautia, took a little something off. So Ma'a goes D-set to Hessenauer off the block and down. Hessenauer with 8 kills, he leads the Bruins. He is now hitting .333. Had 7 kills, 6 blocks the other night.
He's also leading them in digs as well with 6. Hessenauer having quite the night.
Yeah. Not bad for an opposite hitter. Ma'a into the twine. So Dalton Solbrig rotates in. Pat Gassman behind the line to serve. But this is an indication of that mad scientist mentality that Charlie Wade has been able to bring as Gassman delivers an ace and ties things up at 3.
This is a little bit strange. It's almost like Gassman caught Bruins off guard. Nobody knew who was going to take the ball, and Hatch just sort of stuck his foot out at the last minute. I think he thought that Pede was going to take it.
Pede takes that one. Backside set, Misri, cross court and in. So he has 8 kills to match Hessenauer.
Great back set, giving one-on-one for Misri.
Pass by Matautia on the money, and then Solbrig unable to connect on that quick middle from Worsley.
Maybe the Warriors are a little bit predictable right now, hitting that 31 set. They've been successful with it most of the time, but right now I think they need to probably go to the pins and the D-ball to Rado.
Misri trying to unleash, but it hits the net. So 4 serving 5, Joe Worsley back behind the line. Rolls it over. Here's Hessenauer against a double block. It comes back. Hatch pops it up. Hessenauer will get another crack at it. High hands. Worsley there. Tui sets high and away. Colton Cowell the swing. And a net violation called against the Bruins. Point for the Rainbow Warriors.
That three-man block well formed, but a little bit too aggressive on Colton Cowell. Cowell wisely going for the high hands. Bruins very aggressive right there at the net. One of them got their forearm on the cable.
Here's Hatch. Just plays Rado on that block. Point for UCLA. Colton Cowell, the guy who was specifically a serving specialist in previous years. Redshirted last year after appearing in 9 matches in 2016, and over the course of all that time, proved to the coaching staff he is much more than just a serving specialist, as exemplified right there.
Colton Cowell lighting it up to the right there. And the other thing is he does well is he serves in the 60-mile-an-hour range. I watched him practice last week, and he is consistently in the mid-60s.
That was 64 miles an hour. High bump set. Hatch sends it long, but he got the touch. Hawaii just hasn't been able to establish that block that got them 6 straight wins to start the season here this weekend.
They got 6 hands up, but just not quite high enough.
7 serving 6, and a service error. Already several of those for the Bruins here in set 3. We're tied again. So now Dalton Solberg. He sends it long.
Solberg, known as the guy, I think, with the highest GPA in the team. He's probably around a 3.9 or so. Turned down Harvard to come to the University of Hawaii.
How amazing is that? And Jeff Hall, who was still on the men's staff at the time of Dalton Solberg's recruitment, saying that he actually told Dalton Solberg, he said, you got to go to Harvard. I mean, it's Harvard for crying out loud. Back row set, and Hatch drills it. And another point for the Bruins, but Solberg, who is interested in becoming a veterinarian for sea animals, wanted to enter the marine biology program here at the University of Hawaii and say, hey, look, it's just the better fit for what I want to do.
Yeah, he's very happy here.
Middle set, Gassman. 3 kills for Pat Gassman, hitting .333.
Good matchup up there between Jimma and Gassman now. 6'10" and 6'9".
Rado with the serve. It's centered and a free ball coming. So choices here for Worsley. Backside to Rado. It goes off the shoulder and down. Rado with an explosion.
He just unloads here. He sees the line open. Left side blocker did not get out there in time. So Rado says, okay, going to give me that line. I'm going to take it. I better pass out helmets to the back row player, though.
9 serving 9, forces the overpass. Matautia misses wide. Point for UCLA.
Austin's normally a pretty sure hitter, and overpasses like that. Unusual for him to hit the ball wide.
Coming off of another summer with the U.S. Junior National Team, selected for that squad for the 2nd straight year this past offseason. Jimma with the serve, Matautia the pass, tight to the net. Worsley set up Gassman, but it wasn't quite there. So Ma'a goes outside the mystery. Net violation against Hawaii, and another point for the Bruins. Well, this has been an interesting 3rd set. It has been really a set defined by errors on both sides of the net.
Yeah, it really has, and it's going to be maybe the whole set will be decided by who makes the fewest errors wins.
Pass by Cowell. Worsley outside Matautia, no blockers up. And it was duck and hide time for the Bruins as As Matautia throwing flames.
What happened that Micah Ma actually got fooled there. He was the one who was supposed to be outside blocking, and he changed positions for some reason.
Serve gets them out of system. Hessenauer has to two-hand it over. Chance for Hawaii. Worsley outside. Cowell. Did he get a touch? No touch. It's a point for UCLA, but the players urging Charlie Wade to signal for a replay challenge. He is most certainly going to challenge the touch, or lack thereof, at least as it was called on that play.
This is really going to be tough to catch, I think, on a replay system, because this ball was hit so hard. To see that if a finger rolls back or not is going to be very difficult to see if there's any kind of movement on a touch. It could be dermatological.
Ooh, that looked from that angle like there was a touch by Micah Ma'a.
Yeah.
But is it conclusive enough to overturn the call?
Right there, we could, if we could stop the, right there is the easiest place to tell.
And it looks like there may have been a touch. They're not talking.
There's a spot right there where it might have been able to tell, but that might not be conclusive enough.
Yeah, we're just not working with the, Olympic level of resolution on the video here to make it unmistakable, but it looks like a touch. It looked from this angle like the course of the ball was adjusted just a tad. They will call a touch. Dixon Chun reverses it. It's a kill for Colton Cowell. And this third set is tied at 11.
Never a dull moment in the SSC tonight.
Oh, this has been fun this weekend. Matautia to bring it. Ma outside Misri, high hands popped up by Rado. So Tui will set up Anapunov against a triple block. It does not matter.
Oh, Rado is fired up. And I'm sure his parents and Sophia are enjoying this telecast as he's having quite the match. Rado with 12 kills now and 22 swings, hitting .455.
12 serving 11. Ma'a going backside to Hessenauer. My word.
Hessenauer got all of that one. Great set by Ma'a. Great back set. Line was open. Hessenauer took it.
So he and Misri each with 9 kills to lead UCLA. And they're hitting good percentages as well. Ma'a with the serve. Worsley goes D-set to Rado. Forget about it. That's kill number 13.
I feel like I'm back in 1995 again. I really do. A left-hander goes up, gets all the shots, and then he's getting a lot of sets. Guy named Yuval used to pull like 9,000-10,000 here every night.
How about the epic battles with the school that's on the other side of the net when UV was here? Cowell has to two-hand it over. He actually misses the entire court. He's trying to keep it inside the antenna. That was sort of the tricky part of that.
That's unusual for a guy with all his beach experience. Rado, great job in popping this ball up. He's saying, you know what? I'm not only a hitter, I can play defense too.
Give me the libero jersey. Tui sticks the pass behind the head middle set to Solbring, who puts it down off of one leg, mind you.
He's starting to develop a few more shots in his repertoire by going behind the center, sometimes doing the step-out maneuver you see a lot in the women's game.
Float serve by Worsley. That was tricky. Hatch goes off the block and out.
And one of the reasons that Hawaii, I think, is serving that short serve is that when Misri's got to go up and take that pass, it takes him out of the big attack because he's down on his knees at the 8-foot line. He can't get up and possibly get back and then get an approach in the back row.
So Oliver Martin now to serve. We're inching along here in set 3. Mountautia the pass. They go backside. It's Cowell. Tools the block.
Mountautia has been perfect on his set so far.
So the Maui product out of King Kekaulike gets Hawaii to. Well, if you didn't know, now you know. Colton Cowell, two-time MIL Player of the Year out of King Kekaulike. On the island of Maui, he has come into this match in this third set, and he has made his presence felt.
He really has. 4 kills, only 1 error in 5 tries. He's hitting 600, and to go along with that, he's passed 3 balls perfectly, and he's had 2 digs. He's kind of getting it all done.
So 15 serving 14. It's Cowell with the serve roll shot. Backside set. Hessenauer goes cross-court in. Great diving pass to get that sequence started, too.
Another good set by Micah Ma'a, giving his outside hitters one-on-one situations.
24 assists, 2 kills, 2 digs, a service ace, and a block for Ma'a on the other side. And this duel of elite setters, Joe Worsley. He's got 26 assists, 6 digs, and a pair of kills. These guys have been killing it from the setter perspective.
There's a lot of good setters in the country, but certainly these 2 are among the very elite.
They're in that group. Here's Rado. Of course, it makes life a lot easier sometimes when you can just go backside to that guy.
It makes every one of your sets look good.
Rado's got 14 kills.
Mamane's in.
Look at this. Charlie Wade reaching even deeper down the bench, and Mamane Namahoe out of Hilo, Hawaii, and Waikea High School misses the serve. Appearing in just his 7th set of the season.
He's biting the shirt because when you go in, you don't want to miss. You don't want to miss a jump floater. You might miss a jump serve, but the jump floater, you're aiming to just get it in.
That's an out serve. So they trade service errors. And Parapunov now back behind the line. Parapunov, who had 3 aces last night. He is a guy who can score and or get UCLA out of system if he gets it in. And he does. Oh, but it's a perfect pass by Hatch. Put over on the second touch by Ma'a.
Another change in strategy by UCLA. Micah Ma'a's been given more of a green light to be more offensive tonight. And how about that pass by JT Hatch? That was a tough serve by Parapunov. Hatch just popped it up there right on the money.
We're tied at 17. Dane and Jimmo to serve. Blasts it across. Cowell puts it on the money. Rado gets the set on the outside and delivers once more.
He is in such a groove right now. 14 kills, only 2 errors, hitting 500. Playing some pretty good defense as well.
Perfect pass there by Cowell. And it's Mountautia to serve. Hatch again, putting it on the money, put down by Oliver Martin. JT Hatch, an outside hitter slash libero. You don't really see that too often.
He started the first 4 matches, didn't he, at
Exactly.
libero?
He, in fact, even last year, they finished the season with him starting the last 6 matches at libero as well. So very versatile in that way. Worsley, middle set, Gassman didn't get all of it, sort of paintbrushed it. Hatch from the backside. And Rado couldn't handle it. So 19 serving 18, UCLA in front. Second lead change of this third set. And with every point in this pivotal set 3, so important, Charlie Wade signals for a timeout. We'll take a break as well. Welcome back. Charlie Wade looking on. UCLA up 1 with this match tied at 1 set apiece. The chess match between these 2 head coaches. John Spraw on the other side. Micah Ma'a with the serve. and it hits Parapunov, who was trying to duck out of the way. That was an out ball. And UCLA gets to 20. Second service ace for Ma'a. Down the line it goes. Kawa with the pass. Outside. Kawa with the swing. Good up by Ma'a. Bump set. Hessenauer. Roll shot right there is Worsley. So Tui's going to go Rado's way. And did it curl in? It did not. It missed. And it is a point for UCLA. And will Charlie Wade challenge that? He has 2 challenges remaining. And he is going to challenge where this ball landed. And this could be huge.
Well, the sideline ref called it in. The end line ref called it out. Probably was in the corner somewhere, right on both lines. We'll see.
Ooh,
Oh,
that looks in.
that ball's in.
Yeah, that looks.
That ball's definitely
Yeah,
in.
that looks like a no-doubter. The players on the floor immediately turning to Charlie Wade and saying, all right, let's challenge this.
There it is right there. That ball's good.
Yeah. Dixon Chung taking a long look at this. But this looks like a no-brainer here, C-Mac.
Yeah, especially the sideline ref called it in right there. The referee closest to us, he called it in. The far ref called it out.
And it is in. The ball is reversed. So Charlie Wade with 2 successful challenges, and it goes from 21-18 to 19 serving 20. How big is that?
Pretty significant. Rally scoring, it's just so different than the old days. Side out scoring. Well, that's significant.
So another kill for Rado. He has 16. Gage Worsley out there to serve. Down the line it goes. Pass by Misery. High and away. It's Hessenauer through the block and down. They have not been able to figure out Christian Hessenauer here tonight. 11 kills for him.
He's been there. Rado almost gets a kill every time he swings.
Hitting 381.
He did 11 kills, only 3 errors in 21 swings.
Jake Arnick's back out there for UCLA in the front row. Misery into the twine. Give a nod to the crowd for maybe helping out with that one.
Yeah, he's starting to get into it now.
A little over 4,000 in the house here at the SSC tonight. Now Joe Worsley to serve. The tension is palpable. Backside. Hessenauer blocked back. Covered by Peed. Ma'a goes back to Hessenauer off the block. Played by Rado. Worsley outside the goal. He got blocked. And then it's returned by Solberg. Advantage Bruins though. Big set. Misery is dug up over the net by Tuileta. Outside. Arnick's dug up by Joe Worsley. Multi-T across court. Tip Powell, high hands. And we play on. Ma'a, back row set. Misery didn't get all of it. Chance for Hawaii. It is Rado. Block and roof.
Oh, what a rally. Credit both sides for gutting that one out. 3-man block on Rado there. That was tough. 6 hands across. A solid Bruin block. Press over and down. Tough to cover that one. It's straight down.
Jake Arnick's doing the Dikembe Mutombo finger wag after that shutdown. And so Eric Mathis is now inserted into the match. 6'3" senior from Laguna Niguel, California, also out of Dana Hills High School, like Christian Hessenauer.
Played at Balboa Bay Club for former UH Wahine assistant Charlie Brand.
22 serving 20. He floats it over. Worsley surveys, goes backside to Cowell. Wasn't quite on target. So again, Bruins with the advantage. Arnick's is blocked. Middle set put down by Jimmo. And this is a gutsy Last few points for UCLA.
Charlie Wade only one timeout left. Kimball's up quick. The guy touches 12-2. Plays in a different universe than the rest of us.
23-20. Worsley outside. It's Rado. Blocked and roofed again. Hessenauer getting the gist of that one. What a night Christian Hessenauer's having for the Bruins, and Charlie Wade's going to use that timeout. A 3-0 run for UCLA, and they have Aloha ball in the pivotal third set.
Notice how Hessenauer did a nice little sidestep maneuver out there, thinking that Rado might try to go line. And Rado did try to go line, and Hessenauer was there waiting for him.
Those last two blocks on Parapunov, just the third and fourth hitting errors for Rado here tonight. He was well above 500 now at 429 with the 16 kills. Let's check in with Ryan.
Well, head coach Charlie Wade not happy with his setter Joe Worsley for some of his decision-making, especially on that play previous to that block on Rado. He ran it back one to Colton Cowell. Charlie Wade saying, hey, go with what we've got. Joe Worsley taking a few risks there in some critical moments. Charlie Wade did not agree with that. On the UCLA sideline, head coach Sean Sproul recognizing Hawaii's change in personnel and saying their game plan has had to change. They're telling their blockers to go low and tighter, especially on the new outside hitters, trying to find a way to slow down both of Hawaii's newly inserted outside hitters. Back over to you guys.
One of the risks, right? One of the risks is when you put in players who aren't necessarily regular rotation players or regular starters in key moments, there is at least the risk of certain communication problems.
Exactly, and I think that was the case there, and that Joe Worsley, I think, was trying to maybe be a little bit too fancy in his sets, trying to maybe go to the middle too much. But I'm going to give a lot of credit to the Bruins for blocking well against Hawaii's two new outside hitters and against Rado.
Got to give UCLA credit, though. Long sequences have gone their way here in this third set. Aloha ball in the third for the Bruins. Worsley outside, Rado, no blockers up, and he takes advantage. But it is a tall hill to climb here for Hawaii, still trailing 24-21.
Smart set there. Joe's gone. When he drifts to the 10-foot line to set the ball, he often will go to his middle attacker. So that time, UCLA's middle went up with Hawaii's middle, leaving Rado one-on-one on the outside.
So Colton Cowell with no room for error, getting ready to serve. Towel wipers getting some assistance from Christian Hessenauer on the other side. Still Aloha ball, it's an ace!
I'll tell you something, Colton Cowell is fearless.
And a timeout taken by John Sproul.
After that delay in the game, the Bruins wiped it before on purpose. You know, there was a wet spot out there. They took as much time as they could wipe it up to ice Colton Cowell, but this guy's got ice in his veins.
Now they're going to use a formal timeout to try to ice him. And you're right, it was sort of uncovered by the fact that the floor wipers couldn't find the spot of perspiration.
Exactly.
So Christian Hessenauer goes down and almost in perfunctory fashion just wipes some areas on the floor. But yeah, maybe a little more.
The fans booed him.
Exactly, the fans ended up booing. So maybe a little bit of gamesmanship certainly on the side of the UCLA Bruins. But
all that time, Colton Cowell's sitting back there, supposedly getting iced, but no, he had the last word. He's got ice in his veins.
Still Aloha ball, though, for UCLA, but another example of some of the depth that we've talked about here through the first few weeks of this season that Charlie Wade has at his disposal. And the seldom used Colton Cowell got his first career start in Nashville, Tennessee against Lincoln Memorial, had 11 kills, hit .529 in that match.
Hawaii's two new outside hitters. Cowell's hitting .333 with 4 kills. Matautia flatlining with 1 kill, 1 error, only had 2 tries. But on the depth chart, Matautia really is the next outside to go in. But Charlie Wade decided to go to number 3 and number 4, Paul Stein. Van Tilburg out and pull Rosenmeyer out. So
Yeah.
that was pretty gutsy on Charlie's part.
The other side of that, of course, is the concern for Stein von Tilburg and that lower back.
Exactly.
He has been peppering during the timeouts, but still with the hot pad wrapped around his waist. So you wonder just how much discomfort he is in and whether or not we will see him at all the rest of the night. Colton Cowell out of the timeout. Got it in. Back row set. Misri ends set 3. So the Bruins up 2 sets to 1 in the Stan Sheriff Center. Hawaii will have to take it to 5 if it hopes to keep the streak going. All right, C-Mac, let's check out how it works, presented by Central Pacific Bank.
Well, Hawaii tries a little different strategy. Joe Worsley normally has a big jump serve. Instead, he floats this one over the net, and the guy who's going to receive it is Dylan Misri. He's going to have to come up inside the 3-meter line in order to take it, and goes down to his knees. He is now out of the play as far as the back row attacks go, and he's got like 10 kills. He's hitting 360. And most of them come from back row attacks. But Joe Worsley single-handedly took him out of the play right there by making him pass the ball short. Great strategy.
Now, fortunately for the Bruins, JT Hatch was still able to come through with the kill for UCLA, but the theory was being applied certainly on the part of Joe Worsley.
Yeah, because the back row quick has really hurt Hawaii. The Bruins are running it to perfection.
Well, UCLA with 13.5 total team blocks the other night, and the block party continues here tonight for the team from Westwood. They have 8.5 team blocks.
Hawaii only with 2 blocks. So Hawaii's really got to up their game at the net if they're going to stay with the Bruins.
And those 2 on Rado Patapunov were integral in UCLA winning that 3rd set. So they lead 2 sets to 1.
I think both those blocks came when the game was in the 20s. It's so hard to get points.
And both coming on scramble plays. They're just eyeballing it to Rado, so 3 blockers up.
Looks like Charlie Wade is showing some confidence in his 2 outside hitters, Colton Cowell and Austin Matautia, leaving them in the game. So Rosenmeyer and Van Tilburg will sit and watch this one.
Van Tilburg did take some swings between sets, but he is back on the bench. And the first serve by JT Hatch in this 4th set goes long. There's a look at SVT. You imagine something is not right if he is not playing, particularly sitting out the entire 3rd set.
Yeah, I think there's more hurt there than we really know.
That one slips right through.
I think Charlie Wade just doesn't want to exacerbate the situation by playing him just to win this non-conference match.
Waikiki Beachcomber by Outrigger Classic coming up next for Hawaii. And that's going to be, well, that was outside the antenna. Should be a point for UCLA. A net violation called against Hawaii anyway. But I think justice served karmically on that one, because that should have just been an ace for Dane and Jimmo. So Hawaii appearing to go forward without its top hitter in Stein von Tilburg. Well, do they have enough firepower still out on the floor to overcome this UCLA team and that Bruin block as Jimmo goes into the net? We're tied at 2.
Colton Cowell at 6 feet, Matautia at 6'2". Kind of like UCLA's JT Hatch and Misri.
Yeah.
2 smallish outsides.
Here's Solberg to serve. Good pass there by Pede. Ma'a goes middle. And Oliver Martin, like clockwork, pounds it down. He's got 7 kills. He's hitting up at 600 right now.
Micah Ma'a with a perfect set nice and high for Martin, who is a tall young man at 6'10".
5th year in the program for Martin. Here's Mataltia. Good up there by Peebs, centered by Hatch. We got a free ball coming here for Hawaii. Worsley goes backside, Rado. That's a point for the Rainbow Warriors.
Two blockers up on Rado, but he sees them taking his line, so he goes cross court wisely and picks up his 18th kill.
Was MPSF all freshman last year. Season high 23 kills against Long Beach State. That remains his career high. He serves it into the net. So 4 serving 3 here, and it is Misri. Pass by Tuileta. Worsley goes high and away to Mataltia through the block, and they're going to say that hit the Terraflex. Good effort by Misri, but give the kill to Austin Mataltia, his 2nd of the match. 4-year letter winner for Moanalua, led Na'Menehune to 4 straight OIA titles and was a 3-time OIA Red Division Player of the Year. And he has some massive bounce to his game, no doubt about it. Backside, Hessenauer off the block and down. Hessenauer has been virtually unstoppable here over the last couple of sets.
Everything he touches seems to turn to gold. Or you might say blue and gold.
There you go. Soft touch serve there by Martin. Big set goes to Mataltia, but he hit it into the net.
Set might have been a little low. Mataltia really had to run that one down.
It's one of the things that Mataltia brings to the table. He can hit that big set. So can Colton Cowell, according to Charlie Wade. Worsley gonna go middle to Gassman, didn't get all of it. He'll get another stab at it. Gassman dug up over the net. Worsley on the 2nd touch dumps it over, and that'll result in a Hawaii point. Well, the Bows are battling, but you kind of get the feeling that they're...
Hasn't been pretty, though.
You're right. You kind of get the feeling that they're treading water to a degree.
Worsley on one side at 6 feet, Cowell on the other side at 6 feet blocking, and Solberg in the middle at 6'5". Probably the smallest blocking front line Hawaii could put forth right now.
Service error won't help either. 12th service error for Hawaii compared to 14 for UCLA. And here's Hessenauer, who has been a thorn in the Bows' side here tonight. Cowell handles the pass. Middle set, Solberg pinballed around, and it will go down.
And some people wonder who does this match favor more? Who needs to win this match more? And I would say that I think the Bruins, there's more pressure on them to win this, to come out of at least a split out of Hawaii. Hawaii obviously would love to go 2-0, but John Sprawl would love to have a split with this team, especially toward the end of the year when it comes down to selecting possibly an at-large team to go to the NC2As. They want to be in the running for that.
Soft touch is blocked. Ping-ponged back and forth. Here's Cowell going high hands. Saved there by Garland Peed. Backside Hessenauer splitting the uprights of the block and putting down another kill. His 14th of the match. We mentioned coming up for Hawaii, it's the Waikiki Beachcomber by Outrigger Classic, February 1st through 3rd, where they will play Lise McRae, Academy United, and Thompson Rivers. Some new faces along the opponent list for this Rainbow Warrior program. On the other side, UCLA, a pair of matches next week. Thursday against Princeton, and then on the road Saturday at UC Irvine. That should be an interesting one. Here's Hessenauer. The block was nowhere to be found, and Hessenauer made Hawaii pay. And right now, UCLA in the groove, leading by 3.
Bruins are passing so much better that their middles are threats every time, so Dalton Solberg's got to jump in the middle to commit, and then that leaves the outsides wide open. Micah Ma really exploiting that.
Worsley goes middle, Solberg blocked back. Mataltia has to highball bump set to Rado, blocked and roofed. And Ma'a lets out a roar after denying access on Parapunov. A 3-0 UCLA run.
Oh, there's a guy who wants to win the match.
Three-sport athlete at Punahou, volleyball, hoops, and football. Won 4 state titles in volleyball and 1 state title each in football and basketball. Pretty good run with the Buff and Blue.
Quite the athlete. Quite the athlete.
How about the hustle play? Cowell swings it over, but advantage Bruins. Here's Hessenauer. And it's Groundhog Day right now for UCLA.
It really is. 16 for Christian right now. Hitting .464.
4-0 run for the Bruins, and that prompts Charlie Wade to cue the return of Stein von Tilburg. We have not seen him since set 2.
And he's going to play in his old position he played last year. Opposite.
Worsley's going to go backside to Cowell, and Colton Cowell delivers on his 5th kill of the match. Well, regardless of the result here tonight, we still got a lot of volleyball to play. Colton Cowell has officially arrived in front of the home crowd.
Yeah, no question. And Austin Mataltia, by the way, Charlie Wade told me when they came back from the fall break, was the best player in the gym.
Jimma reaching high, the dig there by Cowell. Here's Mataltia. He got high hands, got the touch. Point for Hawaii, 8 serving 11.
So you could say that the outside hitting position for Hawaii is pretty secure. There's 4 legitimate, soft, strong players there who can all of whom can pass. They can all block. All great servers.
And Charlie Wade says he's fine with that. He said, perhaps contradictory to what the usual methodology would be, right? Where it's like you want to have a firm, set starting lineup as early in the season as possible. He says, hey, look, if we're going into March and April and we still have this kind of fluidity with regard to our lineup as Cowell serves it into the net, he said, that'll feel like a mission accomplished for us.
A lot of teams are waning in March and April. You know, they're injured or they're sick. They don't have enough. They haven't developed the depth. Well, Charlie Wade is going to make sure his team is going to be playing their best in March and April and the first week in May.
High toss by Jimma into the net. Well, we mentioned the start for Hawaii. 7-0 start for the first time since 1996. That year they went 13-0 to start the season and got to the national championship match. By the way, the team that ended their unbeaten run to start the year was UCLA on night 2 of a 2-match series. Here's Hessenauer, blocked back. Hawaii getting a piece of Hessenauer for once. Here's Misri, blocked back. Pat Gassman giving UCLA the gas face.
Finally, Hawaii's block coming alive.
By the way, going back to 96, the team they lost to in that national championship match was none other than UCLA after Hawaii led 2-1. And Dalton Solberg into the 20. Just another example of the long-standing volleyball rivalry between these two programs. UCLA winners of 19 NCAA championships over the years, the last coming in 2006. Pass by Tui. High and away, it's Mataltia. Dug up over the net, he'll take another crack at it. How about the bounce by the sophomore?
I tell you, most players, if that ball is over past the 6-foot line, they'll just pass it up. Mataltia rips this, it comes over, watch where he is. He's about the 6-foot line, he goes ahead and bangs away. Most players only hit that if it's right on the net.
Stein with the serve, it's a good one. Peed able to up it. Hessenauer dug up by Tuileta. Worsley, cross court, Mataltia off the block and out. Point for close. They're within one.
You get the feeling the fans are getting their money's worth. They're loving the two little outside hitters, Matautia and Cowell. It's a new love affair. They also love Rosenmeyer and Van Tilburg.
Pass tight to the net. One hand back set by Ma'a and a net violation called against Hawaii. You saw Van Tilburg, after his dig attempt, perform one of those rolls. And so you wonder how uncomfortable that may have been considering the lower back pain he has exhibited.
He just put his arm on it just now. Let's see how he does when he hits the D-ball.
14 serving 12. Middle set, Gassman off the block and out. Point for Hawaii. And now we're trading blows here in set 4. You're seeing some grit from this Rainbow Warrior squad right now, Seaman.
Yeah, they're playing with a lot of courage. Brand new lineup, 1/3 of the lineup brand new. Stein Van Tilburg playing in a new position, and they're hanging, going toe-to-toe with the mighty Bruins.
Overpass. Gassman puts it down.
Go figure. Matautia, server one that forces an overpass, and Gassman finishes, but give all the credit to Matautia for that great serve.
Tied at 14 in set 4. Backside, Hessenauer down the line and in. When in doubt, the Bruins have looked the way of number 17. And the Bruins hit 15 first. Welcome back. It is one of those Hawaii-UCLA kind of nights. Rainbow Warriors, after defeating the Bruins in Fort on Friday, trailing in this match 2-1, but trailing in set 4 by just 1. And the Bruins to serve out of the timeout.
Bruins hitting .571 in this fourth set. Hawaii, .381.
Outserved by Oliver Martin. And we're tied again. On the line here for Hawaii, its undefeated record to start this season. And its 26-match home win streak, which dates back to 2016. Hawaii going 18-0 in this building a season ago. And Brett Rosenmeyer back in and behind the line to serve. 15 all. And he serves it into the net.
A little tentative on that serve. I expected Rosie to unload a little more. Hit that a little soft.
Here's Hessenauer. He's been unloading all night. Stein. Well, the back's holding up okay right now.
Wow, that's as good a ball as he's hit in 2 nights, Friday and Sunday combined.
8 kills now for Stein Van Tilburg. The 6'8" junior from Amsterdam. All NPSF and ABCA All-America first team selection last year as Worsley sends it out. I mean, this is nitty-gritty time here. Hawaii can ill afford to stack up the service errors. Matautia with the pass. Worsley high ball to SVT off the block. Worsley's going to go back to Stein. Harder swing this time, and it pays off. Van Tilburg now with 9 kills. On the bench for Hawaii, the guy who is leading all hitters still with 18 put-downs in Rado Parapuno.
I think Charlie Way just wanted to give a different look to the lineup right now. The Bruins are blocking so well, 9 blocks to 3, and they're digging better, 28 blocks to 29. So the Bruins are just playing much, much better, and Charlie wants to throw as many things at him as he can.
Gemma. Ooh, that went straight down. The contact point.
How much defense for that? Unless you have a ladder, of course.
Look at how high he hits that ball.
Touches 12-2. I think he can take a quarter off the top of the backboard.
He could take $1 and leave change. Worsley high and away. Mataltia up on Springs. Here's Misri against a triple block. Soft touched it over. So Tui goes to Stein. 3 blockers up and he got under it. So UCLA up 2.
Right with 2 timeouts left. Sprague with 2 timeouts. So much further Charlie Wade to let the Bruins go before they get too much separation.
Jimmer with the blast of a serve. Great pass to Ileta. Stein over a double block. Rattled around. Hatch has to send it over, and he does. Worsley goes to Stein. He wasn't quite ready. Advantage Bruins. Ma'a backside. Hessenauer. Was there a touch? No touch. It goes long. Point for Hawaii. And I think we're going to see a challenge from John Sprague. No reason why he shouldn't. Worst case scenario, they don't get the call, and he gets a de facto timeout.
Exactly. This is a pretty big decision right here on this replay, whether Hawaii gets the point or UCLA gets the point.
So the challenge is on whether or not there was a touch in the back row.
Back row.
By, I believe, Joe Worsley was in the area. This is going to be very difficult to see.
Yeah. Worsley does the dodgeball, get out of the way.
Ooh.
Hard to tell there.
Does the ball change directions slightly?
Maybe this angle will show it better. Still can't tell.
That could possibly be a touch right there. I mean, if
sure
anything, it's a fingertip, if anything.
Yeah.
A fingernail. But is there enough evidence to overturn it? That becomes the question. Right there, if anything, that's where a touch may have taken place.
If you could stop the ball to see if it changes rotation, that would make a big difference. But the ball's traveling this fast, it's hard to stop it. The ball changed direction.
Headset off, Dixon Chun about to make the call, calls the touch. I think that was the right call.
Yeah, I think so too, because you didn't see Joe Worsley say anything. I think he knew all along it was a touch.
And that's a swing. It goes from 18-19 to now 20 serving 17.
Big difference.
Worsley outside, Mataltia off the trampoline. Gets Hawaii the side on the point.
That's a great way to describe his jump. It's unfair because he gets a trampoline and everybody else doesn't. Gets up so high, sees the block, goes inside.
Here is Mamane Namehoe. Back into serve.
See if he jump floats again, or he's going to jump float again. Surprised with the libero, though.
Hessenauer missed the court wide, according to the line judge. No blockers up for Hawaii. And they're going to challenge that one as well immediately. But if you're Hawaii, how do you not formulate any kind of resistance for that guy?
He's been unstoppable.
We'll take a look at this replay. Back-to-back challenges.
The best part about Hessenauer is his journey that he's been on, where he really hasn't.
Ooh.
He might be out. He really hasn't played much the last few years, and all of a sudden now he's just having career nights, night in and night out.
See if we can see from this angle.
What's out?
Let's see. And again, it comes down to, is there enough evidence to overturn the call there? I don't know if there is.
I don't either. To me, that looks like it's landing on.
Oh, this
green.
angle might help. Let's see. Nope. Hey, down in front, Charlie.
Can't tell.
Well, Dixon Chun, the center of attention. This is one of those that really could go either way. And is there enough to overturn it, as is always the question.
It looked like the ball was all on green. This angle right here looks all green.
John Spraw coming over and getting a view on our monitors. John Spraw and the rest of the Bruins coaching staff certain that was in. It really is a matter of what perspective you have here, because if you're a member of the Hawaii coaching staff, you're looking at that, you're like, oh, it's clearly out.
You know, this is what Spraw talked about. He's talking about compression of the ball. When it compresses down to the floor, it squeezes over, becomes wider, and because even though it's in the green right there, he says when it compresses down, it's touching the white when it flattens out.
Well, that could be the case.
So
Here we go. Out is the call. And Dixon Chun explaining to John Spraw, I believe that there just wasn't an angle that provided enough clear-cut evidence to overturn the call.
Right. I thought that the last one we looked at last year, I thought for sure it was out.
So it swings the other way, and it is 19 serving 20. Oh, the drama. Mamahoy with the serve. Middle set. Diving save by Worsley. Here's Stein. Cross court and wide. Point for the Bruins. Stein against a triple block. Tried to slice it. It was there for him. Just missed.
Great set from Colton Cowell from the back row. That was money. Butter set.
So 21.
Had hit me written all over it.
That's right. And Stein ripped it. Just in the wrong spot. Outside, Matautia, the block was late, and he took advantage. So trading blows here as we turn down the final pole in set 4. Hawaii needs to take this to 5 in order to have a chance to keep its unbeaten streak here to start the season alive. Goes big set to Hatch, the touch, diving save Stein. And a net violation against UCLA. Point for Hawaii. Stein von Tilburg, the Flying Dutchman, making it happen. Timeout UCLA. Stein von Tilburg sat out set 3, but he has provided a bit of a spark for Hawaii here in the 4th, Chris.
Playing a brand new position. He's been playing on the left side all year long. Going back to his old position from last year, hitting on the right, and he seems to like it.
Now returning to live action. Stein on the serve, Dylan Misri on the hit, and UCLA getting the point. It was also Stein's layout save prior to that last timeout that kept that sequence alive. It was a net violation against UCLA. But the Bruins back up. Tui falling to his wallet, able to make the pass. Matautia off the block, dug up by Pede. Here's Hatch against a triple block. Net violation against Hawaii.
Patrick Gassman, I think, got tangled up in the net that time. Bruins go up by 2 at a crucial stage. In this set, here comes Arnaz, the big guy coming in to block.
So Timeout, Charlie Wade. As Hawaii finds itself down 2 here in the fourth. A must-win fourth for the Rainbow Warriors. Now, you pointed out Austin Matautia also providing a spark for Hawaii here in the fourth. He's got 7 kills in the match since entering in the third. Hit .385.
Yeah, he's really playing well. You know, he had PRP surgery in the fall, so he sat out most of the fall, only passed the ball. And Charlie Wade said when he came out in January to play, he was unbelievable. The best player in the gym. He didn't get to play at all on Friday night. I think you saved him in case Van Tilburg or Rosemeyer went sour, but both those two guys played well, so Austin was patient, waiting for his time, and he's really taking advantage of it tonight. As you said, 7 kills, 417. Those are great numbers for a reserve outside.
On the other side, Christian Hessenauer leading the way for UCLA with 18 kills. Mystery with 12. JT Hatch with 9. Martin Oliver with 7. And nobody hitting worse than .333. In fact, Mystery, the only guy hitting under 400 of that crew. So UCLA has just been a far more efficient team tonight than what we saw 2 evenings ago.
Yeah, and you know what else they're doing well? They're digging the ball better. They got outdug by 20 digs the other night. Tonight, they played better backfield defense. They're only being outdug by a couple, 32-30, I think.
And again, that UCLA block providing a big advantage. 9.5 total team blocks for the Bruins compared to 3 for Hawaii. 23 serving 21. Mystery with the serve. The pass by Tui. Worsley goes outside. Matautia took a little something off. The off-speeder works, and Hawaii within 1 again.
You know, that kind of shot right there, is really difficult. You got 2 blockers up. The line's open, but it's hard to come back at it. Austin played all the international play this summer. He learned that kind of a shot where you go to a particular spot in the back row he knows is open. And that's a sign of a mature volleyball player right there, Austin Matautia.
We hit the 2.5-hour mark here at the Stan Sheriff Center. Hawaii down 1 in the fourth. Matautia with the serve. Perfect pass by P. Outside. It's Arnitz. Diving save. Tui. Cowell will take a swing at it. Dug up by P. Here's Arnitz a second time. Blasted long. Was there a touch? No touch. Point for the Bulls.
How about Tuileta digging that ball out of the net.
And so JT Hatch comes back in for Jake Arnitz. But this was a play that made it possible for Hawaii in that rally.
I'm sorry, Tui dug it into the net enough so it sprung back out and allowed for Hawaii to stay in the rally.
23 all. The serve by Matautia into the net. Aloha ball for the set and match for UCLA. 17th service error for Hawaii. UCLA with 16. Another area they've cleaned it up here tonight.
Huge difference.
So here's Eric Mathis.
Not easy. Mathis has been on the bench for quite a while. I think he's only come in. That was his second time tonight. Not an easy position to come in for.
The Bruins and the Bows. About as entertaining as it gets. We're tied at 24. Gassman the serve. Ma'a goes to Hatch.
Hatch looking for Worsley's right hand, and he found it.
So it is aloha ball again for UCLA. And look who's serving.
Sorry, Misery was Hatch. Looking for Worsley's right hand.
Here it comes from Hessenauer. Pass by Matautia. Worsley backside to Stein. Off the block and out. And we're tied again.
Stein is fired up, isn't he? He wants the crowd to get into it. It's set by Worsley. Split block. Stein finds it.
Worsley, a soft touch serve. Ma'a goes outside. It's Hatch. Rips it cross court and in.
Clutch swing by the former Arizona High School Player of the Year, J.T. Hatch. So versatile. Plays libero, plays on the outside. Great server.
Aloha ball. Hatch with the serve. Worsley outside. Stein against a solo block. And we play on here in the fourth.
What a pass from Montaltia. They're trying to pick on him, think they can break him down, but Austin has been flawless as a passer tonight.
Remember, the two longest sets in the rally scoring era in the Hawaii program were against UCLA. One that went 44-42, and last year went 41-39. Cowell sends it out.
Normally Cowell's a money serving, rarely misses. That time I think he took a chance.
Lost opportunities for Hawaii and a dangerous server behind the line for UCLA on what is once again match point. Fourth opportunity to close the deal here for the Bruins. Damon Jimmo. Worsley, backside, Stein. And he does it again.
This is Stein's time. You get the feeling it's Stein's time right now. He just wants every set. And Worsley's giving it to him.
12 kills now for Von Tilburg. Dalton Solbrig to serve.
He's the one who had a good run last night, Friday night, to run out the match.
Ma'a goes outside. Misread. Dug up by Solbrig. Worsley outside. Montaltia blocked. Kept alive by Worsley. Stein is then roofed. Oliver Martin.
These are two giants slugging it out. Good move by Martin to get out to the outside. Get that double block of Dylan Misri.
And now the Hawaii guy, Micah Ma'a, with a chance to close the deal again for UCLA. Pass by Montaltia. Backside to Stein. We're tied yet another time.
And yes, these fans are getting their money's worth. Don't you think? Unbelievable. Antes are in heaven.
Sixth tie of this fourth set. Here's Stein. Outside, Hessenauer off the block and down. Von Tilburg had the platform out, couldn't pop it up.
Hessenauer scored most of his points on the right side, so for Micah Ma'a to go to him on the left showed a lot of confidence as Hessenauer picked up his 19th kill.
Sixth match point here for UCLA. Outside, Montaltia.
I don't think the Bruins were ready for Austin Montaltia. They haven't seen his trampoline-like effect on a spike.
Are you not entertained?
Again, they're trying to find the wet spot. Let's see, UCLA with one timeout, Hawaii with one timeout. Neither coach wanting to disrupt the rhythm of this match, it looks like.
So Montaltia to serve. Tied at 29.
Last time he was hesitant. Let's see if he gives this one a rip.
He does. Perfect pass by Pede. Middle set. Martin gets it down.
Oliver Martin had a good match. His 8th kill, hitting over 400. Been in on 6 blocks.
7th match point here for UCLA. Martin the serve. Two-hand pass to Ileta. Middle set, Gassman. It ain't over yet. This is incredible.
This is white knuckle time. This is edge of your seat time. Or as Artie would like to call it, this is prime time.
Gassman the serve. Ma saves it. Hessenauer the swing, puts it down. Are you kidding me? As Micah Ma goes over press row.
I think he ran right into the people that are keeping score tonight. He made sure that they're giving them the Bruins right there. There's how people that keep score. Next to Derek Iannucci and oh man.
That is quite simply one of the most remarkable sets you'll ever see.
Yeah.
And it's Aloha ball again for UCLA. And it's an ace by Hessenauer. And the Bruins shut it down. A brilliant set by Micah Ma on the penultimate point, where he goes over press row, saves it from the other side of the net, outside the antenna to set up Hessenauer, who then delivers the ace to close the deal. 32-30, Hawaii is defeated for the first time in 2018.
You get the feeling that Micah Ma was not going to leave anything out here in the SSC. Local boy coming home, he's going to lay it all on the line, and certainly he laid his whole entire body on the press line that time. Amazing.
So Bank of Hawaii presents the players of the match as you see the two Buff and Blue alums embrace what was a valiant effort on both sides. Christian Hessenauer, 19 kills to lead the Bruins, hit .441, 4 blocks and 7 digs. He was phenomenal. Rado Parapunov, 18 kills, hit .419, had a block and 4 digs. I mean, that was just an exceptional display of volleyball, an exceptional display of drama in that fourth set. And ultimately, it would end with UCLA giving Hawaii its first loss in this building since 2016.
Micah Ma jumps the net. Instead of staying on his own side of the net for the congratulations, he jumps over to make sure he gives every Rainbow player and coach a big hug. That's why it's taken so long to get to Charlie Wade, because Micah Ma is paying his respects to the Hawaii team.
And a particularly long moment that he took with Joe Worsley. I mean, these two setters put on a display here this weekend, Friday night and tonight. Joe got round 1, Ma'a got round 2, perhaps to be continued down the road in the national postseason. Scott Robbs is with Charlie Wade.
Coach, I think the fans certainly got their money's worth this weekend, didn't they?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, you know, and I was thinking, you know, when we were recruiting too, we were talking about like what it would be like, you know, get the local boys to stay home and play and fill this place up, and what a great crowd tonight, and 3 local boys on the floor receiving serve at such a high level. It was a lot of fun, you know, just proud of our guys. You know, a glimpse of what our practice gym looks like. Our B-side guys that play for a lot of teams across the country, and it was a great environment, a lot of fun. You know, for us, a non-conference match, and a good one to get a lot of guys some really meaningful minutes on the court against a really good team.
Yeah, certainly so. And also Stein von Tilburg, we saw him come up a little bit lame with a back injury, it appeared. What's his status? What was the deal with him?
Nah, I think he's fine. He just tweaked it and we landed on that serve. He's all right.
What'd you take away from this weekend in terms of your team?
Well, we got a lot of good players. We got a lot of work to do. You know, it's still January, and like I said, for me, I wanted to get those guys in, and it's a lot different getting guys meaningful minutes against a team of this caliber than something lower. They know it, we know it, everybody knows it. You know, and I like those guys. They're going to play meaningful minutes throughout their career, and I figure, you know, like I've always said, it ain't depth unless you use it. And we got a lot of it, so we got those guys out there and just super stoked, man, that we were in system all night. And, you know, a couple plays either way in that third set and the fourth set, and who knows, maybe we're walking out of here with a win today.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you. Aloha.
Guys, back over to you.
Thanks a lot, Scott. Yeah, that was remarkable. Charlie Wade referring to Colton Cowell, Austin Matautia, and Tui Tuileta, all out there on the floor at the same time, representing the local contingent on this Rainbow Warrior roster. But UCLA ends the home winning streak, delivers Hawaii its first loss of the season. Rainbow Warriors now 7-1. UCLA improves to 8-1. How will that then materialize in what the upcoming rankings will say? Perhaps these two teams will sit tight where they're at. UCLA 2, Hawaii 3, Long Beach State 1.
Yeah, I think it'll stay just how it is right for now. And as the season goes on, we'll see things flip-flopping around. What's most interesting is that Hawaii doesn't play Long Beach State until the last week of the season here at the SSC. So we'll see how that shapes up.
Yeah.
In the meantime, Hawaii's also got to play Irvine in the middle of February. And that's going to be an interesting matchup because Irvine is a very, very good team. Hawaii's got a great home schedule. I hope the people continue to come out and support this team. They're fun. They're exciting to watch. They're powerful. Plus, they're just great kids.
Yeah, and they're just scratching the surface. They're still figuring themselves out to a large degree. But you mentioned the firepower. This is a team that is worth the price of admission. They are for real. And UCLA is a team that can also say it is for real. It makes for a great crescendo, as you mentioned, towards that Long Beach State showdown. And what could transpire? Perhaps another meeting down the road between these two lauded programs. All right, C-Mac, I'll give you the last word.
Well, I hope the fans come out. That's the biggest thing. I hope the community comes out and supports this team. They're great in the classroom. They do community service. They're great on the court. They treat each other decently. And I go to a lot of practices. Let me tell you, they get after each other. The A and B sides, you can't hardly tell the difference between the two teams. So I hope people come out and support because they're a wonderful bunch of young men.
All right, that'll do it for us. Stick around for the post-game show. Much to break down here this evening on what was another thriller. Hawaii and UCLA delivering once more. For Chris McLaughlin, I'm Kanoa Leahy. Until next time, everybody, we bid you aloha from Stan Sheriff Center.